we'll have a quick round of introduction, Vijay Lakshmi. I would request you to start. I will also give a brief introduction of mine, followed by whatever discussion you choose to make. Go ahead.
Definitely. So, thank you, ma'am, giving this opportunity. I go by Vijay Lakshmi. By profession, I am a government teacher. I am a devoted mother also.
Mhm.
And in my free time, I enjoy gardening and taking care of the plants. So, in nutshell, it's little bit about me, ma'am.
Wow, so you're a nature lover. Amazing. Okay. My name is Rupali Sharma. I am born and brought up in Mumbai, but currently located in Goa. I have 8 to 9 years of corporate experience. Besides that, I've also worked in other domains as HR. I have been teaching spoken English, IELTS, business communication for at least almost 3 years now. And with clapping, this is my first year. So yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So,
Mhm.
glad to meet you, ma'am.
Same here, mutual. Tell me. So what do you choose to talk about?
I want to discuss, ma'am, who is our real hero and who should be our real hero, especially in context of India and especially youth. No, we consider youth as no, we youth consider movie stars and cricketer as a hero.
Yeah.
So we just neglect a major part of our society and real hero our life. So I want to discuss about as a
Mhm.
educator, as a teacher, the
Mhm.
topic is close to my heart, I would say.
Really resonates. Sure. Uh, Amazing. Thank you so much for choosing such, uh, I would say, enlightening topic. Uh,
Hmm.
Request you to share your thoughts about it, and then probably we can discuss what I feel about it, or what are the different dimensions or the different takes that people would or might have, yeah, on this particular statement.
Mm.
So you tell me, who should be your hero or who is your hero and how would you ascertain and how would you say that on what basis you would say that this particular person is my hero? Or do you think if it's necessary at all to have a hero?
Yes, ma'am. Our real heroes are not always in sport life, and
Mm,
especially in context of India. India, the country where the diversity challenges are hand in hand, and so we must pay attention little bit. Our real hero, the real hero who sacrifice the lives, dedicate their life to uplift society, and they work for the betterment of the society. We can say the lifesaver of the society. And
mhm,
we couldn't find our real hero on movie screens. They
mm,
are deprived from all fame and glam and money also, I would say. So, according to me, and in my opinion, ma'am, we should consider the real hero. Yeah, I totally agree with you. People consider cricketer and movie star as a hero, but they entertain and no. But real hero, those should be they work selflessly for the society. They serve society, they educate society, create awareness in the society. We can take example, farmers should be our real hero, doctors should be our real hero, teachers can should be our real hero. So in that manner, they uphold truth, sacrifice, compassion. So we should choose wisely our hero because when we idealize, idolize someone and somebody, we follow their life. I would say we should choose wisely our heroes, and definitely we should follow them. if we idolize someone. So that is my concern, ma'am.
Okay, great. Fair enough, actually, Vijayalakshmi. Uh, See, the topic is such. Now, for me, hero would be somebody whom you want to be like, or you have learned something, or you admire something about that person and a quality that you think is not very common, or it's very unique, or that person has it. Of course, the definition would change, but for me, hero's definition is this, that somebody whom I would love to become like. Okay. Uh, Now, honestly, at the same time, having said this, I feel that every individual has his own journey, has his own life, and each and every individual has different life, different tasks, different challenges, different circumstances, situations. Everything is, each individual born on this earth has a different life from each other. None of them are similar, right? Therefore, it's very difficult to categorize and say that, okay, XYZ is my hero because he has been successful. See, actually, definition of success is very poorly defined. Now, in India, unfortunately, success means when you make money out of it or when you get fame. Okay? But I, I understand that success is not just getting fame and recognition, but it is how successful you have been in becoming a good human being that you're born as. Yeah, you're born as human being, right? So you need to first learn and become a good human being to begin with. That is where those qualities that you just spoke about come from. So for me, if you are successful in being loved by people, being cared, cherished by people, you are successful. Success definition.
Here, ma'am, if you
Tell me.
allow me, I want to add one thing. Last week, I came across a tweet. No, the tweet is like that. A soldier said, no, in that tweet, when there is a flood, call the army. When there is any fire incident, call the army. When there is any disaster and any tragedy, call the army. And when it comes to the terms of cutting the ribbon, we call the no movie hero. So what is a hypocrisy?
Correct.
So if we are doing the in real ground, if we are doing the tremendous work in the reality of the ground, so we should be treated as a hero. We should be popularized in on the social media and news also.
Correct.
What no, it the matter of the give and take relationship in the human beings. So who are giving back to the society? They are giving something to society. That question is raised in the tweet, and the tweet trigger in my mind. And that time, I always think about. We should not consider. Just take example of last week. We heard it. No, heartbreaking news of the stampede. People
Correct.
are gone mad. No,
Correct.
they
But I guess
don't care
somewhere
about
we
their
are
lives and
passive.
others' lives.
We are passively responsible for it. That's exactly what I said. The success definition is so poorly defined by materialistic gain, right? If
Hmm.
you have money, you are famous, you are successful. So that is not how it's supposed to be. So initially, I guess to begin with, we need to first rectify our definition of success. Next, if you scale them, these uh, whatever you know heroes or whatever people, the celebrities, I would say. Now,
Hmm.
when you scale them on the scale of the correct definition of success, they will definitely, it's crystal clear that they will not weigh or they will not live up to that mark, right? So then, of course,
Hmm.
the tables will change, right? So to begin with, it has to be a self effort, individual effort rather, to kind of understand the success, understand what exactly needs to be valued overwatch.
Hmm.
Once that
Yes, ma'am.
clarity is in place, I guess every injustice or whatever. See, when you said that, if you have all the calamities and the events that require help or that requires vouching, uh, army is always called. But when it comes to kind of inauguration and everything, the
Hmm.
celebrities are being called or the politicians are being called, right? In spite of the fact everyone knows that they have very little to do with whatever they have done, whatever event has been held for, right? So the thing comes from a mindset that okay, they are famous, there will be more people pulling more crowd, people will want to see them. This is the actual mindset behind calling these people. Yeah. So the mindset has to change from our side. We need to start thinking practical. We need to start thinking real. Yeah.
Hmm.
The reason these filmy figures are famous is because the kind of exposure they get, because of the
Hmm. Yes.
marketing the
Yes.
producers have, the interest that they have with them, they push them to an extent that they have been well known across. Okay,
Hmm.
just because they have been well known, and it is a human tendency, Vijayalakshmi, to be known. Everyone likes
Hmm.
to be known. So when they feel that okay, this person is well known, that means this person is famous, or this person is, you can look up to that person. So the whole thing
Hmm.
is messed up only because we do not take the responsibility of defining the success correctly. So if I know
Hmm.
just the draping good, costumes and dancing, and of course it's a talent. I would not deny. I will not take away the recognition from them. If they have talent, they
Hmm.
have talent and they are good at it and it's amazing. Okay.
Hmm. Yes. Hmm.
But that will not certify them to be somebody whom I would look up to. Of course not. My scale or my definition is absolutely different from whatever the rest of the world. Okay. So yeah, it is individual responsibility. If you stop giving
Hmm.
them admiration, if you stop following the wrong, of course you're going to be there someday. It will take some time because
Hmm.
humans are likely to pick up the waste early.
Hmm.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
that's the best. Yeah.
Hmm.
So the
Hmm.
change will happen. Of course, it needs people like you, like us, who know what they're talking about, who know that, what are the qualities that needs to be cherished. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it will happen. It has to just start from somewhere.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I totally agree with you. The visibility in media and the glorify the way though the media and nowadays the social media also tell the story the way. So I think that is the main reason of we just consider, oh, they are the our real hero and they act, no, just they are showing up, no. So we should, it is high time to look at the reality beyond the fame and glamour. We should look at.
It's already happening, Vijayalakshmi. I can see the early generation, the new generation, being little practical about their liking.
Yeah, it should be.
Seen that. So it would take some time. I guess we as adults also should take up the responsibility in guiding our little ones to understand what exactly they're supposed to be giving importance to. So this is our responsibility
Mm,
to guide them, to
mm,
tell them that this is more important than this. If we only teach them money is important, of course they're going to start looking up at at people who are rich. No matter if they have moral values, no matter if they have talent or character, that will be secondary. But they are rich. My mom said being rich is important. That means they are important. So the
yes,
equation
ma'am.
is from there. Yeah.
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah, it will happen very soon. Don't worry.
Yes, ma'am. We can say the conditioning. Since our childhood, we are conditions our mind. Money is important. Money is everything. So yes, it's a depend on our upbringing. Yes, ma'am.
Correct. Correct.
So, ma'am, the question is raised: how can we change? How can we shift the mindset? when we choose our real hero. So, what's your opinion, ma'am?
How do I, if I have to teach my child, I've already been kind of, in the process of telling her that when you choose a profession, you choose a profession that will give you satisfaction.
Hmm.
Materialistic satisfaction is very temporary. Money is not stable. You will have it today, you might not have it in the future. So what's not stable, you should not value it to an extent that it becomes a priority. So when you choose a profession that will give you a satisfaction, uh, will help you remain in people's mind and kind of, help people some or the other way. And that's the best
Hmm.
way you can, you don't need to do social work. You really don't need to social
Hmm.
work. You just need to contribute the little that you can from yourself individually. Like, for example, what I am doing when I'm conversing, I'm telling people, I'm helping people to communicate. I have the satisfaction that I have kind of had some effect somewhere on each person who has come across me on their minds. I have that some or the other effect, right? So I prefer, and for me, that is more valuable. So I guess when you ingrain all these things and shape your
Hmm.
little one's mind, tell them that this is important, this is not, this is what's going to stay, this is not. So now you
Hmm.
make a pick. What is more
Hmm.
important, or what do you want to go for? Because I have complete faith in the new generation. They know, surprisingly, they know, you know, they
Hmm.
might just take it very lightly and they might give you a blunt answer or very spontaneous. And when it comes to reaction, they are very quick at it. But somewhere they are aware automatically because, of course, they are the future generation, right? It's an advanced generation than us. So when we were being so
Hmm.
learned at a very early age, I'm sure they are definitely double as learned as what we were in their age. So they understand. It's just that a proper guidance has to be rendered. That this is
Hmm.
when you tell them they're temporary and permanent, they will definitely understand. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
you have to
And I,
force.
yes, ma'am. And I add you here one thing. Media also should take the responsibility to glorify the real hero. We can invite to a flag of event. We should take the initiative. If nobody is not ready to take the initiative, so we can do, and especially in newsrooms. If they once they invite and if they once take that kind of the initiative, definitely, because nowadays each and everybody is watching news, and especially they take as a celebrity when they watch any person in newsroom. So media has a big responsibility. If they once invite any farmer, any doctor, any teacher, and they glorify their life in a dramatic way, so it will give a great impact in our people. And second thing is the awareness. We should create and we should aware more and more people to differentiate who is the real life hero or who is the real life hero. So we can
I guess we should also stop targeting these films of fertility because, see, if you go to see, if you actually have to kind of get to consider the whole process that they go through, the things that they
not
do,
movie
they're
star,
doing
ma'am.
amazing.
Nowadays,
They're
sorry to
doing
interrupt,
they're,
not
hmm,
movie star. Nowadays, influencer and now the blogger also. I I watched. I observed. They are making only the videos, their fightings, their clashes with the relatives and family members. They are getting more and more viewers. So it is high time to create a awareness guide to our
uh,
society.
easy with election. You really don't have to, exert yourself so much. It's demand and supply. If there is no
Hmm.
demand, there will be no supply, correct? So if you know this is not healthy, You just tell your little ones that what they are supposed to be doing or what is not healthy for them.
Hmm.
The rest will be done automatically. When they pick something which is good and they reject something which is not good, they automatically, the change will happen. The not good will stop doing it. The reason everyone is
Hmm.
moving into being an influencer is because they feel that there is, to begin with, it's money. It's monetary gain first. Second is the publicity, the know. People know me. Yeah, yeah, being known by many. So this greed
Hmm.
has been there in the history also, in the past, in the present, and will be in future as well. This is human nature, I would say. Not everyone likes to be famous, but yes, most part of the population love loves to be famous. Okay. So if you just tell them that this is not required, this is required, they automatically will start rejecting and things will come like, there will be a saturation. See, anything that goes up comes down. Simple as that. So now there's a phase, everyone is just following and more people get into it. It's going to be stagnant and finally it's going to come down. Yeah. But it's your responsibility is only until you're, educating people whom you come across. At least two
Hmm.
rest, the cycle is going to be repeated. Don't worry. So don't exert yourself.
No, no, I am not accepting being a educator. It's my responsibility to start a counterpart and educates, especially the students and youth. We just I want to give you example of Ma'am Sudha Murthy. She is the first female engineer in telco. No,
Mhm.
she wrote lot of books, a prolific writer and philanthropist. So, if we are giving that kind of the example, people must be no compelled to think about. Once they at least think about. So, requirement is to popularize the philanthropist, educator, and we should give the example. If they are creating that kind of the content, so our responsibility we should create
Yes,
that kind of counterpart content.
absolutely. Absolutely. See, if you have the talent and if you can do, amazing, because that's going to be your contribution to
Mm,
for an effort to change the society. Yeah. Because that's
yes.
required. Change is required. I completely agree with you. The very materialistic approach that has kind of gone across the whole society and most of them are affected, of course, demands change. It has to be changed. So the real thing has to come across and it will come across. It's already in the process. I can see more and more people moving towards the real thing, not getting affected by glamour. Now people have absolutely learned that this all is glamour. It's very temporary. It's
Mm,
not even, no one can bet that they would have the recognition that they have at this point in time, 5 years down the line. They cannot uh, guarantee that. So yes, as you just do what is was possible from your end, and you are
yes,
doing
yes.
a
It
fair
is
job.
my urge also, other content maker. It is my urge also, other
Yes,
content maker. We should start. We should start making that kind of the content. And if
it's
one
a
should
lot
start,
of Vijay Lakshmi. It needs a lot of courage because you believe in what you're doing so firmly, nothing can budge you, right? No matter 10 people coming to you and telling you, Vijay Lakshmi, what you're doing is not correct, what is required, what to methodology, it's not correct, and all this. It's not very interesting. No matter how many people come and tell you, but you will not budge. You will say, what I am doing, I know what I'm doing. So you
mm,
don't come and tell me what I'm going to do, right? Similarly, you need more Vijay Lakshmi. Okay, that
yes,
courage, that courage is very rare, and very
mm,
few people are able to kind of live up and take their stand and stand their ground. There are many, don't worry. There will be people, and yes, just push as much as possible from your end. But at the same time, also bear one thing in mind that you cannot force anybody. You educate them, you tell them, but you do not force them. Why? Because the moment it moves towards forcing things, it gets negative. So no matter how
mm,
healthy habit or healthy thought that you're pushing across, the moment you get little forceful about it, it is viewed in a negative sense. Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
do your bit, and few of us are already into the process. I'm sure your wish is going to be fulfilled very shortly.
Yes, ma'am. Once I read somewhere, we Indian are very good at in on imitating and pushing the responsibility. So if one person starts something, definitely two, three people start and following them.
I'll tell you, Vijayalakshmi, I can lay a bet. If any content of yours goes viral, a meaningful content goes viral, you will be the new trend. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So you just have to choose the content, the kind of content you want to deliver. And if it makes sense and it clicks, and anything made genuinely Vijayalakshmi clicks for sure. I have seen that. No
Yes,
matter
ma'am.
which corner of the world you are in, but if you are doing something really meaningful and from the heart, it will click and it will get picked up. I'm so sure. I've seen things happening, miracles happening like that, somewhere somebody making something and gets clicked and it's
Yes, ma'am.
viral all across.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's nice. It's
Yes, ma'am.
very long time that I have had something a discussion so meaningful, and it gives me such pride to kind of
Thank you,
share thoughts.
ma'am. I am also searching the person who can just justify the ideas and clarity. Give me some clarity. It is the idea pop up in my mind, and it should be. We can say the human being have a tendency to get the validation. And so my ideas also to seek validations. So and you are the person who try to validate some.
So the good things do not need validation. Okay,
Yeah, ma'am. I
good things
agree.
absolutely noble, and there's absolutely no certification required for it. But yes, we are like-minded and we think alike. What you think is what I think as well, and we believe firmly. And we, I guess, two strong minds, knowing what they are talking and knowing what they do. So that's the only thing we clicked. And what I can absolutely resonate where you're coming from, the kind of urge that you want to make. If there is a bad content, there should be good content as well. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
awake and rise and make as much as possible so that of course a battle cannot be won with just one soldier running across and fighting with everyone, right? So yeah, you need many more Vijayalakshmi and
And
Rupali.
if I will try to prepare a army.
Yeah, of course, don't worry, you will be there with a huge
Yes,
army very soon. All right, and do we have time? No, I don't think so. We are already exceeded, I guess, 9 minutes, but it's okay, worthwhile.
okay, ma'am. Time flies and we can't know. Feel like
Yeah,
it.
conversation, you do not register. It's okay. It's absolutely
Okay, ma'am.
crucial.
Yes, ma'am. It is a nice conversation, and I don't think so. I could find a person, and I can share my genuine feelings. Now, sometimes we start something and some topics, and our conversation take a other another no turn. So that feelings expressed there in our mind, and we don't feel the content.
No issues. We will definitely come across. I will be there, and hopefully, I meet you again, and we can continue. And we can also possibly discuss.
I also want to connect you, ma'am, once again. Yes.
Sure, sure, definitely. Most welcome. I would love to, in fact, if there could be some fruitful thing happening from the conversation. Amazing. I would be absolutely, I would feel worthwhile. So let's see. We'll continue the conversation next time when we come across each other. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Vijay. Take
Have a
care.
great day,
Have a
ma'am.
nice day. Bye.
Bye.